today's video, I'm going to talk about some credit repair do's and don'ts, some things that you should do, some things that you shouldn't do on your credit repair journey. So let's get into it. I have 10 do's and don'ts for you. And yeah. So number one, and these are in no particular order, but if you are being sued and a creditor summons you to court, please do not miss court. They are counting on you missing court because you're afraid or you have to work and you can't get out of work or whatever the case may be because life happens. They are banking on you not showing up to court so that they can get a default judgment. Do not miss court. It will lead to unnecessary headaches, financial strains, garnishments. Like, please go to court and just don't miss it, because sometimes maybe the creditor won't show up thinking that you won't show up. So if you don't show up, they automatically win. But if you show up and then they don't, there's a possibility that the case could be dismissed, and you could potentially get this account removed from your credit report. So the best thing you can do if you are summoned to court because you're being sued, please go to court, okay? That's number one. Number two, always send your disputes through snail mail. I understand we are in the times where we want fast results. We want them quick. We want to send in disputes. We want things to come off the same day. Like, we do not like to wait. We're the most impatient group of people, like super impatient. But I'm telling you, fast isn't always great. You are aiming for longevity here. You want things removed from your credit report and you want them to stay gone. So the only way that you can ensure that is if you dispute the correct way, which would be through mail. You can send in proof, to support whatever it is that you're disputing. You can't do that with an online dispute. You sell yourself short when you do online disputes. You waive some of your FCRA rights when you online dispute. It's just not worth it in the long run to dispute online. So don't do it, okay? And also with disputes, make sure you are sending in proof of identity with all of your dispute letters that you send in to the credit bureaus and the credit bureaus only, okay? All right, number three, when checking your credit score, make sure you are not checking Credit Karma. Credit Karma provides you a vantage score, and it's not that their score is inaccurate. It's just not a scoring system that creditors are using when determining whether or not to approve you for a credit. So you want to get your FICO score, which you can always get for free, maybe through your bank if they offer credit monitoring services. Experian offers it for free. Even though you will only be able to see your Experian report for free, it does offer it so you're able to see your FICO score. Discover Scorecard, I believe, offers a free FICO score, and then you can always pay for My FICO. It's around the $30 range a month, if that's within your budget to do so. But your FICO score is what matters, not Vantage. If you're using Credit Karma, just monitor activity, but as far as the score, do not pay attention to that score on Credit Karma. Otherwise, you may be ready to fight. Like, Credit Karma have your emotions all over the place. Don't pay attention to Credit Karma, the score, okay? You can monitor activity, but do not look at the score. Number four, your personal information is just as important as any derogatory item on your credit report. So please make sure you are actively cleaning up your personal information section and making sure that you're looking for inaccurate items, especially socials or addresses, because those things can be tied to an account that does not belong to you on your credit report. So make sure you're reviewing your personal information just like you do everything else on your credit report. Even though it does not have any impact on your credit score, that section is really, really important as well. Number five, you need to learn the laws, credit repair laws, and your rights when it comes to credit repair, period. Even if you're not trying to be a credit repair specialist or own your own credit repair business, it's just good to be knowledgeable about what you can and what you can do and what these companies are not able to do, in regards to your rights when it comes to disputing and when it comes to how things are supposed to report on your credit report. It's good for you to know that. Like, you're not gonna understand everything right away, but it is good to just be knowledgeable. You can learn information about how credit repair works, what credit repair companies can and cannot do, what your rights are in regards to collections, what collection agencies can and cannot do, by going to consumer.fcc.gov so you can learn more about this process. Even if you don't have no interest in starting a business, I don't feel like you can ever learn too much. Always be willing to learn. Number six, always send proof of identity with your letters. I believe I said that earlier, but definitely always send proof of identity with your letters or you risk them sending your letters back saying that they were unable to open your dispute because they could not validate your identity. Yes, you have to send in proof to the credit bureaus. Yes, you have to send in proof. So if they send you a letter back saying, hey, we need proof of your identity, we need driver's license, we need a social, we need passport, we need a bill with your address, we need information, send them what they're asking for. You know, you have to do that in order for them to open your dispute and begin to investigate your dispute. Number 7, after you get an account deleted, keep the proof for at least a year or as long as you can. Take a picture or something and keep a digital copy on your computer. But it's good to keep proof of deletions for your personal records just in case the debt is sold to another company, because you never know how shady these companies can get, especially collection agencies will get your money and then resell the debt, especially if y'all are not doing anything with paperwork where you're communicating via mail through paperwork, you know. So make sure you keep all your deletion records for at least a year, or as longer is better. Just keep up with them. Number 8, always follow up on your disputes when you don't get the results that you desire. Too many people give up after the first try and they just feel like, oh, well, they validated the debt, so that's a wrap. No, you need to always follow up. If they just tell you, okay, this debt was verified, then you need to in turn ask them, okay, how did you verify it? Who did you speak to? When did you speak to them? And then send me whatever they sent you. Otherwise, delete it off my credit report. You know, you have rights. You know, everything that's on your credit report has to be accurate. It has to be valid. It has to be reporting correctly. It cannot just be on your credit report any kind of way. Like, you have a right to have correct information on your credit report. All right, number 9, do not file false identity theft reports for accounts that do belong to you. If you do find that you are a victim of identity theft, it is very convenient and super easy to file an identity theft report online. Just go to identitytheft.gov and complete the form online. Super easy to do so, super convenient for you to just fill it out and print copies for your records, as well as all 3 bureaus and the company that you need to send it to, so that they will remove the account or accounts from your credit report. But do not file a false identity theft report just to get an account that belongs to you removed. Just not worth it. Okay. Number 10, don't give up after the first round of dispute letters. Way too many people are ready to throw in the towel after not getting results on the first try. Or even if you're working with a credit repair company, even they are not going to always be able to get things removed after the first try, because sometimes, guys, things on your credit report, you just have to pay. You have to pay. There's no way around getting items removed from your credit report that actually belong to you if you still owe the creditor money. Like, there's no way to legally get around removing an account that actually belongs to you, who, and this account, you know, is with the original creditor. You owe them money. There's really no dispute that can get that we can say, okay, well, this, you know, like, we can use tactics if things are not reported accurately, and get the account removed, but it doesn't take away from the fact that the debt is yours and you do owe the creditor, you know, unless you're a victim of identity theft, you know. But don't give up. Keep trying, you know, regardless if you're doing it on your own or if you have a credit repair specialist working on your behalf. The best thing you can do if you have somebody sending disputes for you is to talk to them and to tell them to keep you in the loop so you know what's going on. And so you know what they're sending in on your behalf, so you're not in the dark, and you know what disputes are being sent out, because you're going to be looking for deletions. And so if you're not seeing that, then you're going to think you're wasting your money. So that's why communication is so important if you're using a credit repair company. But if you're doing it on your own, be patient, because you just don't get disputes. Items don't get removed after the first letter. That's just not how it works all the time. It's not how it works. Like, some people get extremely lucky and they have items removed after the first time, but it doesn't work like that all the time. So just be mindful of that when you're going into starting this journey. Credit repair has taught me a lot. I messed up a lot in the beginning, but I also learned a lot throughout this process about repairing, like with just working on my own credit. Like, I learned so much, and it's going to teach you patience. Like, this is one of the most this is going to teach you patience. Like, it really does. So don't give up on yourself. Like, especially if you got dreams and goals, your credit really matters. Like, the cash is great, but the credit can really back you up in situations and get you some really good rates. You know what I mean? So don't give up. Don't throw in the towel so easily. Work on it, stick at it. It will pay off in the end. I promise you, just don't give up. But yeah, if y'all got any questions in regards to credit repair, period, just leave a comment below and I'll be glad to answer. Peace.